Faceless don't know he's behind, and now Ice gets initiated on by No-Tail. Not even the real No-Tail, it's the secondary No-Tail, but he still wants to keep pushing forward. He's got 8-1 charges, needs to use them. Sunstrike's going to connect. Anna finds the kill on the Ice, but XY moves forward. They really want a piece of this. The BKB is going to be triggered by XY to continue to fight. Wants the real one, but Jirax just able to go through that immunity using the Dismember. The damage Jabs will provide it from up on the hill, so Pudge can't run himself away. XY gets last bash in, but now hit by the Meteorite and the Echo Slam. They release the Titan. OG will now have to find Nuts. He started the freezing field. He can't TP. He doesn't have mana for it right now. Nuts. Okay, he's down.
The controlling of the BKBs is the problem.
Jirax is on the hunt. He's right next to Nuts now. He doesn't have vision on the other side. And he also has one Observe Ward. Going to plant it down behind, actually on the low ground. So still has no idea that Nuts is close by until now. Comes in. There's your quick hook. Nuts waiting on his frostbite. Jabs is coming in, but the Sunstrike is going to do the job. Anna is being lined up. Pudge the Butcher setting the meal for the Invoker, and will have to sacrifice his own life for it.
Knight's attempt with the 4-staff stave, but he just took a little bit too much damage too quickly.
That cold snap damage. Just the hold into a tornado. XY is up. He's still got his BKB available. Hook shot, point blank range. It's only going to hit onto the fake Arc Ward, and as Anna inside the tree lines has the invis, so XY has to mop up the pieces. Another BKB charge down to 7 seconds, has it on cooldown. They're looking for more. The SF wind up with his ultimate, does some work, but the rock has to be dropped here by Fly. Has to create us that little bit more space while Black goes under the immunity of his BKB. Kills off at least one, but the Fatal Bonds, the Echo Slam from S4 does work. Clockwork, the Blade Mail, they don't really want to fight him, but the Deafening Blast, S4, he thought he might have been safe inside the cogs, but Jabs is there to do the last points of damage. BT, they're coming in again, but Nuts, let it go! All over Anna as he runs away. Ice still has more trouble. It's No-Tail, and wait, it's also No-Tail. Moving for more targets, killing off Nuts, finding Jabs in the tree line. The Observer's going to give him everything he needs once Jabs goes down the hill line. XY turn back in for the fight. There's your bubble, there's your protection, and there's your support. Anna dropping down the meatball. He'll find the kill onto XY as Jabs holds himself next to the tier 2 tower, but No-Tail with a triple kill. In fact, they are all dead.
I love these chat wheels. Well, I guess that's why he doesn't play the Spirit Breaker anymore.
Jirax, where's your hook? Black, again, able to dodge it. Maybe gonna cotton onto the fact there is some vision around there. Tornado and EMP. Black again. Oh, the hook, the creep wave. It's there to help save him, but Black has no mana to raise with, so he's already gonna be triggering off the shrine inside the base. Not something you really want to be doing.
It's like walking through a minefield, though.
Oh, the Sunstrikes share the damage. Jabs holding the hands of Nuts.
There's a spark race on the north side and the south side. They have to dodge tornadoes,
what are you doing? He's going to cog outside the hook a little too early. He'll hit the deck. And now hook shots down. They find S4. That impetus damage is huge. The 4-stop away. S4 will fall, but so will the rock from Sky. Missing another hook, Jirax. Unable to hit that control. Tornado will hit up onto Ice. As everyone tries to split, again another hook astray from Jirax, even with the Aghanim Scepter. Unable to find that target, but you do still eventually bring down Troll Warlord. So a 4-on-4. Troll Warlord missing, it's a pretty damn big thing. But Black, 36 souls to work with, gets hit by the Tornado and EMP. Again, he has to BKB in order to stand on the front lines to fight this out. The Golem is just bringing down the range ranks bit by bit. Now that the immunity is gone for Black, he has to run. The Cold Snap's doing his work, so Black 4-star found with the blink forward, and it's going to find him inside, almost at the fountain, where Jabs is still on the hunt, but back over towards the racks. That's where you got the other fight going on. No-Tail on the wall with the support from Jirax, hooking down Ice, proving who really has the stronger one out of the two. Yeah, you want to walk in there, you can get frozen, force up, Jabs, dodges, the Sunstrike. No, don't walk back into it, he's fine. Salving up as well, any kind of regeneration, get Nuts back into safety. Jirax would love a little bit more, the tier 4 towers. Eventually they'll go down. OG, they now have their megas up, finishing up all the racks. A perfect EMP, following up. No, Jirax, hooking away S4, maybe trying to stop him from killing him off. He says mercy, then GG will allow for such a thing. Faceless will end being all dead, and OG claim game 1 in this best of 3.
You could have turned that game into like a Dota 2 custom map of how many spells can you dodge without just getting chained, stunned into obliteration. Get away with +1. 50 seconds before nighttime, Darkness pop straight into the pit with an early blast. Anti-Mage should be able to take this with ease. They do have a Sentry Ward, no chance of Wolf Steal, but Ana is up if they want to play.
Well, they're smoking. They want to try and come up. Jabs is moving up to the high ground, but Roshan's already dead. They've got so much power in the 3 cores of Faceless that OG just had no time to respond. And Black, well, he's standing his ground. He's got the Mana Style plus the Aegis Immortal. He wants to fight. He wants to tank the Rock if it's possible. Cogs are down. No time to run straight through it. Gets burned up a little bit more. Jabs back to the safety of his side of the river. But it's back in again for XY. Where's your opening? Where's your detection? Nuts is there. They hold the Frostbite, forcing Anna to burn even more mana, but Black loves that. Blink a little bit further away. Fatally bonded up to practically nothing. Where is the opening they really want? The Mana Void. Hold it for now. Burn off a little bit more of that Storm Spirit, and then you can come in. Executed underneath his own tier 2 town. The bugs are out, so Fly, the ability to survive this is almost next to impossible. S4's going to try and help, however. The quick surge back to the fountain while Black got triple kill. The bug will finish the job. They'll bring down S4, and now, in fact, again, all 5 heroes of OG down. Faceless, one after the other, picking off OG on the field of battle.
Black's in his happy place right now. He had a few kills in early game. Yeah. Can't wait this one out.
Well, you know what Black's going to do. He's going to sit in the front lines. You want to fight him? Well, that's going to help when you're going to bash onto No-Tail. A couple more hits. Mana Void's off cooldown. He wants to let it go. Blinks forward. Actually doesn't even need to. Remember that Aegis Immortal. The timeout. It's going to be close. I don't want to kill him off. The Rock is nice. Plus the Fatal Bonds. Nuts be the first one to fall. 4-man back. Drag them all back into the fight if it's going to be possible. Fight back out from No-Tail. They want to fight this one. Jump forward. Black still with the Aegis Immortal. Needs to be the frontliner. They're actually trying to not kill him off with the Burrow Strike. Jirax will have to trigger the hook shot to the backlines, catching Jirax as Anti-Mage back to the World of Living. First hit bash onto No-Tail. They just don't get anything until Black splits them up with the Mana Void. Too much damage, too much power, too much Faceless. Anna back into the fight. Can they kill off? They need the Anti-Mage. They need him dead. Mana Void. Actually, the Mana Star still available for Black. If he wants to split it, Anna, he's out of mana. And you get the back and the Fatal Bonds again, so Fly can pick up a double kill. As the damage continues to be split, Black will go back in again, looking for the kill. He's actually killing off his teammate at the same time he's doing that. Ice barely lives, going sub 50 HP with the damage that Black was taking, but they will both escape.
Black almost just killed his entire team there. I think he ended up killing XY with the Fatal Bonds, but gotta get that sweet Storm Spirit kill.
Yeah.
Very low on charges, 5 charges left. That was near impossible for them to kill him. Looks like they are looking for perhaps. Oh my goodness! He gets the stop on Jirax.
This is problematic. If Jirax can't come back, they don't have their initiating stun unless they're going to use Rock.
He doesn't have TP. He just got it interrupted, and there's no hiding.
Huds him in the trees. Where's that gem? Where's that detection?
It's probably not even worth it. It's still going to be way too long on a TP cooldown.
Black still taking the tier 3 town. Now the jump forward while the rest of Faces were trying to hunt out Jirax. Maybe he did create the space. Black, a quick jump away. The Wolves are right behind, trying to keep the vision up and running. Oh, poor Nuts. You just pick off the weakest Wolf in the pack. If it's going to be possible, the Rock will fall. The Fatal Bonds have to connect it with the Mana Void. The spill damage is just so heavy. In a hook shot, they hold him there. Darkseer will fall. The Storm's already gone. Actually, Darkseer's got enough space. Black blinks over. He wants the kill onto S4, playing around the trees. Black can't do it. S4 is actually going to out-juke him. Back up, around to the safety of the wall. Back home and away from the scary Anti-Mage, who's approaching your tier 4 towers, remembers objective-based gaming, and attacks the tier 4 towers. And meanwhile, the long story of Jirax. This started a couple of chapters ago, where you had Jirax trying to return home. The prodigal son is trying to return. Meanwhile, he's losing his home. There won't be much inheritance to take from the OG family. Ice. He wants this. Screw the base. We don't care about the base. We care about Jirax actually surviving. Over towards the lane. He can't even get to a TP just yet. A quick sandstorm. Ice. Find him. Meanwhile, the mid lane has actually been taken. But Jirax, stay in the trees. Hide in the trees. Flight in 7 seconds time. Jirax. Ice can smell him. He knows. The rocket, it flies in, and the range for the Void. Finally, Jirax will fall.
Somebody call interference on that with that clockwork. It was a straight one-on-one for like 2 minutes.
You say his tag team, but that tag team came at the same time. So we can check out the Radiant base meanwhile. So the mid-ranks has fallen. The bottom tier 3 tower has been taken out as well. This was the damage that was done while we were off having our side story.
Reminds me of those instances of clubs like fight me in the river, one-on-one.
you want a piece of this?
So still need to be wary about the wall.
Oh, Cogburn, no tell. Oh, that is not what he want to have to do. Triggers the ulti, coming over to try and battle against Black, who is carrying the cheese. The Rod of Atos, like in the Burrow Strike, maybe a little bit of space, but in deep jabs, finds Fly in the back lines with a Battery Assault. Fly, okay, this is the way to create space. Ana holding the Clockwork in position. The Mana Void damage is heavy. Lycan's gone, Darkseer is gone, and they go deeper inside the base. Jurek trying to wait out the tree lines, get hit by the Shikuchi as XY goes in deep. The Desolate attack, not enough damage, but they'll have it against him. And that is S4 gone, and GG eventually is called. It's been a slow train to the Faceless victory and giving us a game 3 now.
Black trying to make another legend out of himself in the anti-mage, the perfect pick to deal with the anti-mage. I also think that Jabs was amazing on his Clockwork in the early game, and Ice is doing what he does best on his offlaner.
It worked beautifully. He spent most of his time chasing, but it's the great distraction game. The fact that Black had such a great time in the mid lane, the fact that Weaver had so much space to come online too, and you start questioning, like, where was the power really going to come in from the OG lineup? The panel was going for it. Where was it meant to come from? What went wrong from the OG lineup? They're coming to fight again.
It's Crystal Maiden.
XY is looking for the opportunity. S4 is the man who is that opportunity. Blink forward, Burrow Strike, hold him in position. Nasal Goo begins, 4-star up the hill, but they're reading it. Jabs. Burrow Strike still on cooldown for the moment, but they've slowed down S4. The cogs create a little bit of space. The illusions from Black actually tanking the Mirana arrow, allowing allowing Clockwork to finally go down to the illusion Riptide of Black. Notel is on the run. He has the Chronosphere, but does not want to use this defensively. Instead, they're looking for the kill on the Crystal Maiden. Arrow from Ana, able to connect. A quick leap away, back into safety. Now Notel thought about the Chronosphere for a second. The Spirit was there to help out, but Burrow Strike onto Ana. Has no leap, has 17 one charges. Will use them now on the Chronosphere. It caught Black with the slam. They're still inside the Chronosphere. Black, Song of the Siren. It'll be cancelled instantly. Ice. He wants the kill. The damage on Ana isn't enough. The Stomp from Jirax. So much space created. The arrow will connect as well. Bristleback, stay as you are. Stay asleep and stunned. The Spirit's down too. Fly, where's that control? He's got shackles available. The in comes your epicenter! Jabs hits the money load. A double kill. They freed Ice. But now maybe still a little too deep. Ana needs more damage. He's got the arrow available. They'll burn the Aegis Immortal. A quick extra arrow killing off XY. He can't time lapse out this one. Now it's up to Ice. Can they do this? 3-on-1. Support is on the way, but then again, the Quill Sprays, they're really starting to stack up. There's 6 on Notel. He jumped in and nuts. Let's it go. The 4-star from S4. Notel's got space. 1 second of time warp. He'll get away as well. They're cogs. They're burning. How can you kill off Ice? Take away his mana. Take away his friends. Nuts. Mirana can't even kill off a bloody Crystal Maiden. Nuts will juke around the tree line. He didn't see him go. Earn charges. Ice will now have to be the man that protects and support. Notel can't reach him. The Urn. Crystal Maiden will survive as they burn up the Shrine usage. Fantastic fight from both sides. Everyone's throwing everything they've got to stay in the Masters.
Naga Siren is just not tanky enough right now. It's just died in a Chronosphere. Perfect Earth Splitter coming out from them. I cannot believe that Notel identified that Naga Siren was at the edge of the fight and everyone was able to attack him on the side of OG. And yeah, although it's Bristle Boss right now,
Jirax run.
Getting kited.
Jabs is right behind you. Nuts is there as well, but he's got the movement speed available. Support's coming in. S4's going to find Ice. Oh, I can say it's the opposite way around. Ice needs freedom. Fly. Oh, 4-star didn't get him down. He may have to use the hook shot to get away to safety. Do they have a Stomp? The ET Splitter will end up being used, but what target do you get? You only keep Ice controlled. I say only. That's a pretty damn good target to keep controlled, allowing Notel to get in there, start the fight, keep the time dilation going. It connected into Ice, but it's the blink away. Jabs ends up surviving. No one dead from this fight, but with the double Chronosphere, it might be possible. Focusing onto Black. Where is your jump forward? Where is your friends? It's going to be Ana with a double Starfall. Black is low, but the Shaman's gone down. Ice. The stacks begin again. The man, the Immortal, stomped up, put back to sleep. put in ice until he will finally be brought forward back to life again. No tail. Oh, the song with the siren! It cancelled his TP! He was ready to leave the arrow! It connects on Black, however, in the epicenter! It's there! The damage! Turn up the song! Faceless Void will go down! And a one's out of this one! ET again has to create the space. T-Rex will end up surviving as OG bail out. The timing, the glory, the Dota.
Both sides seem like asleep for half that entire fight. We're just missing like a Bane, and it's ridiculous that Naga Siren is still just being very vulnerable in these fights. Probably still an item away. She did not end up completing her Manta style.
And they're able to get it. The Crystal Maiden will fall. Ice. Now the next target, double Starfall. They take away a little bit of his life, but then again, a little bit was maybe 200. The epicenter is out again, but the SK having to move away. Saw the splitter. No-Tail gets the Chronosphere. They caught XY. They caught the Weaver. Now Ice. It's Eisen from the rest of his team. Everybody stop the fun. Hook shot down. He'll be silenced up. It was jabs on the back line that S4 was going for. Black CP successful. Ice is still close. The Hex is there. Fly. The arrow, it hits the target. They shackle him as well, so they're not chaining their stuns absolutely perfectly, but it will still be enough. Two of the biggest heroes down with no buybacks. Jabs goes back in again. Nuts, it's time to let it go. He needs a kill. He needs S4 to die, but it won't work. Not when the Stomp is there from T-Rex. OG, they found 3 heroes, all without buyback. S4, even on 300 HP, still wants to stick on the front lines. They want to keep this pressure up. OG, they're licking their wounds after a victorious fight. I got my answer already. They 4-man smoke. They're looking for a fight in the mid. Anna comes forward, actually breaks the smoke on the Ice. But XY, Shakuching up behind him, a quick leap away. They can look towards T-Rex, but don't find that target. In fact, they really find absolutely nothing. It's No-Tail. He's the one that finds Ice. Only man caught inside the Chronosphere. XY protected by his BKB. Jabs, they had to turn the Song of the Siren off. A lot of that epicenter didn't do enough damage. They keep 4-staffing. They want more time for No-Tail. He can trigger his BKB, look for another target. Time dilation making it difficult for XY, especially when the Cogs push him back down underneath the shrine. OG, they're trying to kill off XY, but the time lapse will work. Jabs created the space, and Ice moves forward. They need also the Mass Serpent wants the arrow. Weaver, he can't go anywhere. Anna connected on that one. The Song creates more space. 2 Faceless Void will fall. 2 down for OG. Now it's them without the buybacks on their big heroes. Maybe a little bit more too. Nuts caught out in the tree lines. Anna catching the freebie. Ensnared from Black, holding him in position. In comes Ice. He's getting off my hero is the call. Able to do so. Anna will fall. A huge kill as well. Almost 660 gold for it.
She's in tow. Faceless Void keeping into the shrine. That shrine is up.
Yep, there goes your rocket. Burrow Strike forward. They're able to find G-Rax and Ice coming into the fight. No-Tail starts with the time dilation. He does still have that Chronosphere available. XY triggers his own BKB. Tries to protect himself for now as Jabs. He brings in the he actually brings in the epicenter. S4, the damage isn't enough onto him. In fact, almost with a blade mail. There it is. The Riptide damage will do the work. G-Rax is actually ticking out to the Radiance. But it's Jabs the man to find the kill. XY time lapse barely comes off. Jabs needs to help him out, and with the Burrow Strike, they're able to do so. Fly, he'll go down. No-Tail with the Chronosphere, holds them in. Ice trying to prep up the stacks, trying to be the big man of this fight. With the help of Black, he might be able to do so. They let it go on top of No-Tail. Time Walk, freed the man, able to do so, but it's going to be too much, or will it? He's still invis. The Moonlight Shadow, they don't see him. The Sentry Warp was too far away. He's got his Time Walk back up again. Still waiting this one out, got hit by the Chikuchi. And understands he's still not a healthy man. 1 second till Time Walk again. They know he went into the tree lines. He can't TP out. It's on cooldown for 16 seconds. So Anna tries to stay close with his friend in this time of need.
KB on anyone.
I'm wondering how you do that too once he finishes up his Satanic. And that is his item. Oh! Chronosphere. You know, at this point, when the game is going as slow as it is, you do need to go for something like this.
But Aegis is still up. They can just siege high ground with this. No Chronosphere on the side of OG. Are you kidding?
Yeah, because there was no Aghanim Scepter.
That Faceless is...
Anna's trying to keep him out. They need the Spirits. G-Rax to slow this down. He doesn't actually have it available just yet. So keep the damage. It's actually quite decent damage when you get the Mjolnir procs kicking into the Bristleback. And No-Tail already committed his BKB. Arrow will fly forward. The Splitter as well. It misses. It doesn't actually hit on almost anything. That arrow could have connected onto XY, but they come in again. The double Starfall. Anna dropping down low. Needs to go back to regenerate for a quick bit, while Fly keeps the Hexes going. Keeps the damage off their towers. Same thing with the Cogs from S4. Anything they can do to keep Faceless away. buy time for the Chrono. It's another minute up. The arrow fly is going to fall a little bit short, and Black's Illusion's also running great interference. Epicenter jabs again, hits the money. Will it be enough, however? Ice running forward and doesn't have an escape. He can't leap. The Moonlight Shadow will have to be that escape for them. But they have to get back in a fight. The Stomp, the Burrow Strike. Stomp never completed by the Elder Titan. That tier 3 tower slowly chipping down. S4, he's repositioning to go for a nice hook shot in to then Cog burn, and that's what he's done to the back lines. Cogs trying to hold him here. The buyback from the Faceless Void. Still 25 seconds until Chrono Sphere is up, but Faceless, they are retreating. They want to run out this one. Notel wants to fight. 18 seconds. Hook shot S4. It's going to miss. Remember, it's still the Aghanim Scepter upgrade, so he'll have it up in just a bit. OG, they still want to fight. S4, 4 seconds before he can go for a hook. They need just a little bit of vision. The Rocket will try and grant that. They'll see the Sandstorming escape as the Shackles onto Ice. Notel jumps in. 1 second. Chronosphere is up, but where's your target? Jabs came in to leave just as quick as he entered, but it's the back line. The double Yule Scepter up while you have the Chronosphere holding the Sand King in position. It also held Anna and S4. Maybe not part of the original plan, but they find the kill. SK buys back. They have the Shrine to TP into, so S4 trapped. The Blade Mail trying to protect him for the moment, but it'll wear off as well. S4, hook shot down. He doesn't survive this. 1 second to force off. It won't happen. Jab's able to find that kill. Nuts was also going to be there to put the icing on the cake with the Frost.
Perfect reset by Faceless. I think Black even BOT back to like the top shrine or the top creep wave. He didn't BOT back to base, so in case OG wanted to keep on pressing forward, they still have to deal with the Naga Siren in this fight. And that's a second buyback coming in from them. It's been a long, extended fight from them, but OG on their last lifeline as they defend this high ground siege.
Yeah, the spirits are down. Hold them back. Here comes your ET Splitter. They commit. Faceless Void's in there as well. The double Starfall. XY. Timeline to stop the damage. Now they turn off the Song of the Siren. The Burrow Strike and Epicenter. The damage is there. Notel. Time walks it off. They did lose Nuts, and now they keep fighting. Black needs to do his damage while Jirax puts them to sleep for the moment. They isolate Jabs. Anna is focusing on those supports, able to bring him down 110 seconds without buyback as Faceless Void stands his ground against Ice. The cool spray stacks. Gotta be careful when they start stacking up on you, not to mention Nasal Goo. Jirax looking for another Stomp. Cannot catch out Ice. OG is still costly. They still have to expend buybacks, but they do hold their racks. They keep Faceless from claiming the momentum of the lane.
So he's hitting at full strength, especially during those 5 seconds.
Notel needs to get out of here right now. The jump up. Jabs, does he do what he does? The blind Burrow Strike. He finds him 1 second till time walks. So Notel get a little bit more distance. Still got the beetle on him, so they know exactly where he's going. Even getting mini bashed up by the Monkey King Bar. 1 more second, another time walk. BKBs, and he jumps right into Nuts. He's actually locked in the tree lines. They force up to reveal Notel's position in the epicenter. Faceless Void will fall. Support couldn't arrive for OG. S4 was thinking about coming in, but Ice kept him out. So his defense time buyback is available for Notel, but at this point of the game, you don't want to expend that money.
He also doesn't have BKB if he buys back. He can just get slept on his Chronosphere and do nothing.
Very, very problematic. OG has a decision to make. Is it worth to defend this top racks? They're currently losing their range rack. It's not the melee that's under pressure just yet.
The thing is, you had to buy back on Faceless Void, but he's probably just waiting for his BKB to come up, just 13 seconds time, but that's going to be 1 racks down for sure.
Yeah, Ice, hook shot gonna miss Jabs. He's literally standing still under the sandstorm. They don't find their target just yet. Ice will do the work, and OG make the decision. The top racks isn't worth it. The second racks will be, however. There's your buyback from the Faceless Void. Hook shot out, perfect. Actually clips Weaver on the way through. Naga Siren now thinking about the Song of the Siren. Clockwork is invis for the moment as the Moonlight Shadow, but thanks to that Gem of True Sight, they're able to see him. So Clockwork will fall. Also buyback available for S4. He might have to use it. Anna caught out. Liquor Spear will trigger, but there's your Chronosphere out from Notel, catching XY as well as Ice. They want that Weaver down. They are able to achieve it, but the Aegis Immortal will trigger on him. Ice is falling down low. He's got the cheese available, so you may think this is a fight, but with the cheese being triggered off, Ice back into the world of fighting, and the trouble is S4. He's too far out. Hook shot available, keeping the SK now out of the sandstorm, but S4 will fall. A die back out from him. Keep pushing him back underneath the towers. OG need to defend, but the double Burrow Strike. Perfect from jabs, playing out of his mind. He needs more damage, and they've got it in droves from Faceless. The Starfall damage from Mana completely actually warped out there from the Weaver. Time-lapsing it all. OG, they're running out of people, and they've run out of hope. GG! Faceless will eliminate OG in a 2-1 battle in the lower bracket.
Why is that not even sitting
It is another day in the Filipino office.
He's not even happy.
You know what? Everything happened as expected. Yeah, I'm good with this. Yeah, we won. I know that. Solid performance.
Finally, they got their teamwork together at the end. That sleep isolation at the end, they isolated S4. Everyone else was up, and they just killed the clockwork. Some small mistakes here and there, but at the end of the day, they just let Black have a lot of free flow, and it was very hard for them to contest.
It really, really was. Such great play. Game 2 and Game 3, an absolute highlight for Faceless.
I'm very happy for Faceless.